Hey friends, and welcome back to a new video all about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Today we're going to talk about something interesting, the grab pack in Chapter 5. Since the very first chapter, the grab pack has been our most loyal tool. It's that incredible device that lets us solve puzzles, pull levers, open doors with the hands. But if you think about it, in every single chapter this object has gone through a real evolution. In Chapter 1, we had the classic red and blue hands, simple but essential for understanding how the game worked. And now, the big question is, what will happen in Chapter 5? Well, get ready, because according to the official Steam page, a brand new evolution of the grab pack has been confirmed. So it's official, new hands, new functions, and probably new secrets tied to the secret experiments of Playtime Co. In today's video, we'll take a look at everything we know so far, some theories, and most importantly, the possible new abilities we might be able to use in the next chapter. We'll analyze which official details have already been revealed, what this evolution could mean, and how the new grab pack might totally change the way we play Poppy Playtime. So, if you're also curious to find out what kind of technology we'll be handling in Chapter 5, then stay with me until the end of the video. But before we start, make sure to leave a like to support the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos about Poppy Playtime. Now get ready, because the new grab pack in Chapter 5 might be far more terrifying and alive than we could ever imagine. Let's start with one of the most reliable sources when it comes to Poppy Playtime, the official Steam page. And right there, we can find a very interesting sentence that literally drove fans all over the world crazy. The sentence says, "Solve devious puzzles and overcome dangerous environmental obstacles with the power of new grab pack tools and functionality." This line is extremely important because it's official confirmation that our beloved grab pack will receive a brand new evolution in Chapter 5. We're not just talking about a simple cosmetic change or a new hand color. We're talking about a complete upgrade to the entire system. Think about it. So far, every new hand has introduced a special ability. In Chapter 5, we're hearing about new tools and new functionality. That means the grab pack won't just be a tool to grab things or conduct electricity anymore. It could become a kind of advanced multi-tool, adapting to increasingly dangerous and unpredictable situations. The sentence from the Steam page is very clear. The new tools and functions will help us overcome dangerous environmental obstacles. This strongly suggests that Chapter 5 will feature much more hostile environments, maybe destroyed areas, collapsed rooms. In other words, the game is going to become not only scarier, but also more interactive and technical, forcing players to use the grab pack in completely new ways. And if we pay attention to how the sentence is phrased, we can notice something else. The grab pack is no longer described as just a tool. In short, the grab pack won't just be a pair of mechanical hands anymore, it will be a true extension of the player, something that will evolve, adapt, and maybe even think for itself. And this evolution will completely change how we explore the factory, how we solve puzzles, and most importantly, how we survive the horrors lurking in the shadows. Chapter 5 is the final chapter of the series, so this new grab pack will probably be the ultimate version. Now let's talk about the new possible upgrades of the grab pack and, above all, the new hands we might finally see in Chapter 5. As we know, every chapter of Poppy Playtime has introduced an increasingly complex evolution of this tool, both visually and functionally. One of the theories is about a yellow hand. Already in Chapter 1, we noticed some suspicious details that seem to hint at its existence. In particular, in some areas of the factory, you can see yellow handprints left on the floors, on doors, and even on some boxes. At first, many thought it was just an aesthetic choice, maybe to add color or visual variety to the environment. But over time, and especially after the later chapters were released, this theory started gaining more and more strength. If you think about it, the developers of Poppy Playtime have always hidden clues in plain sight, small details that at first seem insignificant, but later turn out to be perfect hints for future chapters. In the first chapter, for example, we already had some signs that foreshadowed the arrival of the green hand, which did indeed appear in Chapter 2. So why not think that those yellow prints were already a kind of hidden teaser for the next grab pack evolution? The yellow hand could have a completely different power compared to the previous ones. Maybe it might be connected to light or heat, perhaps useful for activating temperature-sensitive mechanisms or lighting up dark areas. Or it will be useful to interact with the substance that we saw in the first teaser trailer. In any case, whatever its purpose is, it now seems almost certain that this hand will play a central role in the final chapter. In fact, in Chapter 5 there will be a secret substance and maybe we have to use a new hand to remove it. However, it's just a theory. But now let's talk about new possible tools that we might have in the grab pack in Chapter 5. Now let's dive into one of the most interesting theories ever. The new possible tools of the grab pack. Until now, we've always seen the grab pack as a device mainly equipped with mechanical hands used to grab objects, pull levers, or solve electric puzzles. The grab pack seems to be a project constantly evolving, as if it was meant to adapt, expand, and integrate new features as the protagonist uncovers more secrets. A clear example of this evolution appeared in Chapter 4 and partly in the Chapter 2 update when the integrated flashlight was introduced. Thanks to that flashlight, we can finally move through the dark and obscure environments of the factory without depending on external light sources. It's an addition that not only increases the tension but also proves how the grab pack has slowly become a true survival tool. And if this already happened in the previous chapters, then we can totally expect even more upgrades for the grab pack in Chapter 5. Imagine a grab pack no longer limited to just two hands, but equipped with new modules, gadgets, or attachments that can be activated depending on the situation. The most fascinating thing is that the grab pack's evolution seems to follow a logical path. Each new feature fulfills a specific gameplay need. Now, with Chapter 5 approaching, everything suggests that we'll face even more hostile and unpredictable locations, and for that reason, the grab pack could become a fully multifunctional device, capable not only of solving puzzles, but also of protecting the player or analyzing the environment. If the grab pack truly becomes a multi-use tool, then we must get ready for a completely new gameplay experience. Every puzzle, every corridor, every obstacle might require a different approach using a specific upgrade each time. This could open the door to new gameplay mechanics, more dynamic and varied, making Chapter 5 the most complex and immersive one of the entire series. Now, let's connect everything to one of the most fascinating and mysterious elements of the series, the secret laboratory and the Omni hand, one of the most important discoveries from the previous chapter. Those who followed the events of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 closely already know that access to this special area isn't possible with an ordinary grab pack. You need something far more powerful, something unique. And this is where the Omni hand comes in. The Omni hand is not just any hand, it's an important hand equipped with powers and functions that go far beyond anything we've seen before. 4 Omni hands originally existed, but over time, 3 of them were lost. The only one left was in the possession of Dr. Sawyer. In Chapter 4, after a long and dangerous battle with Sawyer, we finally managed to defeat him and recover his Omni hand. That was a key moment in the story, because thanks to this powerful hand, we were able to open the door to the secret laboratory, an area that had been completely inaccessible until then. That laboratory represents one of the darkest and most disturbing locations in the entire factory. It's most likely where the most terrifying experiments began and where we might finally uncover the hidden truths behind Playtime Co. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.